for some football here in Chicago at historic Soldier Field. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry renewed. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears.
2026 Chicago Bears.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Chicago. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. I mean, oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Williams starting with a pass here. He's got it along the sideline. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Got a man, it's Colston Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They motion the tight end over. On play action, here's Williams. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. The problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Third down, here's Williams. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Brought in inside the 20. And they are all the way into that red zone.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
First down, here's Swift. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Williams. That's his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going for it himself. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Swift. Will score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they made the postseason both times.
Play fake, it's Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play, and it'll give the Packers the 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
That's complete to Musgrave. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Loves to throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He's got it complete to Reed. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. They're running the option, short side. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on first and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Throwing, it's Love. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in a rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Williams from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. That's caught for the first. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
2nd and 3 now. And the shotgun to give to Swift. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside inside the opposing 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Alonzo Dunze running the slant. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Williams on the play action. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
14, Packers 7.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Wilson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. And motion a tight end left. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Love with it on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now. They need 7. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
All set to go now from the 35. Running on first here with Jacobs. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Putting the tight end in motion. Shotgun now for Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to run here. Kyle Manunga. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 1st down.
After the penalty, this is 1st and goal. He finds him right side. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 3.
17. Bears 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. New set of downs for him from the 31. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So first down from the 41. Working from the gun, Williams. Who should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
This is a heater going deep. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears take a 4-point lead.
21, Packers 17.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. He lost the football. And he dodged a turnover there on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. So first and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They stick with Jacobs. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's complete to Reed, out left. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Packers.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's an early lead for the Bears. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it at the 30. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Handoff here to Jacobs. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And the stop is made just a couple of yards shy of that end zone. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. But they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Jacobs goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
This time it's a passing play. Catch made. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push their lead to 3.
24, Bears 21.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears and Roma Dunze headed back out on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Staying grounded with Swift. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Bronk, Xavier McKinney.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Williams to throw on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is brought in at the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Caught near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now here's Williams. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Williams again. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now backed up to the 8, 3rd and goal. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. They set up the screen here to Swift. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 3rd down.
They still need 4, 3rd down now after the penalty. Williams will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Santos' kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Love. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. That screen sniffed out quickly. Shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here. 3rd down. Working now from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They send the tight end in motion left. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again. Love. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it downs from 37. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Kicks the handoff, now Love. On target to Musgrave. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. To the air with Love. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Packers first down. First and
You know,
10
Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's Love. Escapes his grasp. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. His first kick was good. His second look from 35 yards away. McManus sends it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Escapes a defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Has some daylight through the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Going one again with Swift. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Going play action. Williams. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He dodged the tackle. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Tight end going in motion here. Love with it on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Back to the air. Love. Connects on the crosser. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Packers first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Handoff, running right, Jacobs. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Love from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Jacobs running behind center. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Now, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Love looking to pass. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Going deep here for the end zone. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up 4th down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see what the call is. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a 1st inside the red zone. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing, it's Love. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Love to throw. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Love now. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get some late points and the lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His third through the air this game. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bears 27. McManus.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
36-yard line.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches. They'll bring the tight end left. Back to pass on 2nd and short. Running right side by Moore. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. To the air yet again, Williams. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
To the middle, that's snared by Burden. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Santos' kick is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half, and that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Dobbs. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
38-yard line.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. First down throw, here's Love. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers drive their lead to 11.
41. Bears 30.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Shoots away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears about set for their next possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First call here coming from the shotgun. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Throwing now out of the shotgun. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Number 15, Rome Odunze. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. Pass brought in by Burden. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Toss play, Swift. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
You know, you call that toss play, it's almost like a challenge to cornerbacks, Kate. You're challenging their will and their want to. Can they get down there in time to make contact behind the line? In this case, well, challenge accepted and mission accomplished.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Complete to number 2, DJ Moore. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now here's Williams. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
They'll run it with Swift. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. And that was a big 3-yard gain because instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
You look at the tendencies and the stats, Kate, 4th and that distance, typically you see pass. Unless, of course, you got the perfect running play in your back pocket and a whole bunch of trust in the people around you.
First down, here's Swift. We'll cobble together a yard there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 47-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Williams off the play fake. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has his man caught by Odunze. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
21 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
16 more yards. That's another Bears first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First and goal, Swift. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Now Williams. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears start the second half with some needed points. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Williams has his guys set, looking to tack on 2 to that touchdown.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Packers getting set here. First and 10. And send a receiver left. Play fake. It's Love. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Finds his man. It's Kraft. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
I guarantee you QB wants that throw back. I know most are perfectionists, and when it's caught just a bit out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. On the sneak, it's Love. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 50-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
To Romeo Dobbs. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Love out of the shotgun. Crosses the 35, still got more room. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun now for Love. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Couldn't make the hookup with Matthew Golden. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers hold an 11-point advantage. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers push the lead up to 12.
48, Bears 36.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Running with Swift out of the gun. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And we're going to take this for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Williams set to pass. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Williams. There's that man again, Adunze. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
A gain of 6.
6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Williams on 1st down. They shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Running behind center with Swift. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Santos' kick is good, and the lead is back down to 9.
Makes
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
And we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Love now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Fakes the handoff, now Love. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. This one taken in by Kraft. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Love from the gun. On target to Musgrave. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going back to Jacobs on 1st down. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going run again with Jacobs. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Pass brought in by Watson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a Packer.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. This is Jacobs running left. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 17-yard line.
They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Bears in the nickel, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
McManus sends it through. And that grows their lead to 12.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
On
now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. A draw now. This is Swift. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So Reed will give to Swift. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Luther Burden, the guy he was looking for. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Williams throwing again here on second down. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. He'll air it out on third. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
It's close and no good. It connects with that left upright. And they continue to trail by 12.
Pretty easy in hindsight to say you should have gone for it right there. I'm probably echoing a lot of voices. Should have gone for it. But not many of us expected him to miss that field goal. You get 3 points, there's a lot less people second-guessing the decision. But remember this one, because if they're in this spot again, I bet you they do go for it.
The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing, it's Love. Taking a shot deep here. That's complete inside the 35. A 28-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Love using the legs here. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
At the 5-yard line.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Putting a receiver in motion. Working inside the red zone. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Love now on 3rd and goal. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. McManus sends it through. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Well, those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult now. 2 touchdowns got to be scored, and that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Brendan McManus.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They left a few on the table there last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
2nd and 3 now. The shotgun to give to Swift. Good pickup, but he's denied that 1st down. The stop comes at the 32-yard line.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Williams with the sneak. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
Desperation time here. Pass brought in by Burton. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down, Williams to throw. And just how they teach you. He gets a chunk of yards and slides down at the end to protect himself. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st down throw by Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
Williams to throw here, 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Williams to throw on first. Once again, pass caught by Moore. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Dumped off to his running back. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
The score, Packers 54, Bears 46.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. To the air with Love. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And you get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Love out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Thrown on first down, Love. Right back to Watson. This is caught. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The Bears decide to call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Love. He put everything he had into this one. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Motioning the tight end now. The 2nd down throw here for Love. Completed over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock's only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Watson coming in motion right. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. And any more of those as they trail by a score.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Packers up by 8. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. They stick with Jacobs. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Wilson on the shotgun handoff. There's one that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's 4th down. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. McManus sends it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
On
now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 from the 43. Working from the gun, Williams. Hits him on the out route. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
To the air yet again, Williams. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Chicago.